Hey there, it's Dr. Scott. Happy second week in March. The weather's finally getting to the point where the snow is melting a little bit, which is fantastic. I wanted to send a little video tip this week. This week we're talking to our practice members a lot about when it starts getting really warm outside or warmer outside in the 50s and hopefully 60s, and then it gets cooler at night, our immune systems have a tendency to go up and down, and that leads individuals very susceptible to a lot of colds and flus. When that happens, it can cause a lot of problems not only with family but also missing work, and we don't want to see that. Make sure you're a couple of tips. Number one, obviously keep your appointments, because that, after getting adjusted, can increase your immune system between 200 and 400%, which is pretty amazing. But also vitamin D. Vitamin D3 is one of the main contributors to a lot of colds and flus. I suggest getting your vitamin D levels checked every 6 months or so. There's a specific range, and each person is different, that you want to make sure you have. But the average person, when they're looking at vitamin D, you're looking at about 7,000 units per day, and that is obviously individualistic. So if you have questions on your vitamin D, just ask me. We can talk about it, but also make sure you're getting checked on a regular basis. But if you're also taking vitamin D, you also have to take vitamin K2, and they're also looking at magnesium too with that. So that's a lot of the new research that's coming out. Another thing I want to talk about is our case of the week. Last week we had an individual. She was in her about 30s and was having a lot of balance problems. I would ask her to walk a straight line, and she would lean off to one side. Almost had to catch her a couple times. And it's been going on for a long period of time with her. That was at the beginning of last week, and we adjusted her a couple times last week, and she actually came in earlier today, and she's doing much, much better. She's still bouncing, kind of coming off a little bit, but not as much. So when you're dealing with that upper neck, as soon as it misaligns, it has a tendency to tell the brain abnormal information. And when the brain gets abnormal information, a lot of times what will happen is it'll throw your balance off. You also can get a lot of brain fog too, a lot of congestion around the head and stuff like that. So as we're going to start working with her, she's going to see an improvement with that balance and get her back to doing her normal activities. That's what we're focusing on, is getting her back to her activities of life and what she enjoys to do. So when you start seeing changes like that, that's why I love what I do. It just makes life for us just miraculous. We're seeing how people change and how their body adapts. So that's one of the things that we want to talk about today. Please forward this tip of the week to your friends or family member. If they have any questions, they can always call me at the office at 846-5100 or email me below. My email address will be on this email. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and stay safe out there. I know that the weather's starting to get nice, and we're having some patients that are wearing shorts already. Thank goodness. So have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.